Pressure.
Hi.
Hi.
So I had an anti-cancer treatment yesterday again, after 1 year,
Hmm.
because nobody knows if there's still cancer or not. Yeah, I'm dancing this way since 1.5 years. Mm. Yeah, and it was easy. And today the idea came. Yeah, this story is gone. You know, all what we spoke about with smoking and the whole story. I stopped smoking finally. We've been in summer house in the woods last week for 1 week. Yeah. So what's next? I don't know. So, it's yeah, I feel a change. Oh, whatsoever. Yeah. Mm.
Feet.
Hi, Isaac.
5 feet.
Please put focus on deep resting, please.
Okay, feet.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. Truth.
Oh.
Julep.
Oh.
Anything that wants to be spoken?
Yes. Last week we were talking about resistance.
About what?
About resistance.
Okay, yeah.
And then suddenly I realized, wow, I'm already very long in resistance, in all kind of ways. And I made up all these conditions, Oh no, before I raise my hand first, I have to endless conditions. And then last week I realized it. So I was kind of curious now.
What would happen? Yeah.
Yeah. And I don't know. Then it's not that I know now, oh, I am, where I am.
It's really just moment by moment, just sensing very subtly where something wants to defend or wants to hold back that love flow or wants to hold back just receiving this moment as the beloved. I mean, there's, whichever way you want to describe it, it's just subtle.
Yeah.
It's for most of us, you could say there's been a habit of like an idea that would make life beautiful, really perfect.
Yeah.
And there's a way of kind of holding back and waiting until finally life is like that, until we can really enjoy, which is crazy in a way. It's because it's giving up the moment for an idea is what it boils down to. Yeah. So it's just noticing subtly where that plays in some way, where there's just like, oh, if only.
Yeah. And what I discovered now, after I raised my hand, like, oh, it's easier, or it's so different than just being in the group, because it's more intense, and I can less hold on to my old habits, and it's also more fun. Sometimes I feel like, oh, hey, now it's starting to feel kind of nice. Oh, yeah. So I discovered kind of, that it's
Playing,
more
yeah. It's
playing,
fun to play. Yeah, playing and exploring,
yeah. Less working or serious.
Yes. So it's just like as we're resting here, how beautifully can we meet this moment? Can we meet each other? Can we meet totality? Yeah. Just can we totally enjoy it?
Yeah.
What stops us from just, oh wow, here I am, and totally just enjoy this.
Yeah, it's all those ideas in what you
It's just
say.
ideas.
Waiting.
Yeah.
Oh, there's a cat running very. I have to catch.
Yeah, no problem.
One is totally crazy. Oh, okay. Yeah. Enjoying the moment. Yeah. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. I have to digest it all. Thank you.
Yeah. Yeah, beauty. Ah, Marina.
I just have to share something. So yesterday I got text from who I thought was my daughter, and it was scammers in the end, and so I lost a lot of money. And I can look back and see how stupid it was, you know. There's obvious signs. At the time I was so in this wanting to love and help my daughter that I wasn't really, I didn't step back and breathe and think any rational thought, or you know, or it was irrational and emotional, and it just happened until I realized the money had gone in. It was a lot of money. Oh.
So, you know, Marina, that money is gone.
Yep.
And whatever happened, happened. And to spend one more, even, you know, like to spend any time being hard on yourself, or I know it's a shock, you know, when somehow but, you know, in one sense, every night we go to sleep and we say goodbye to everything. And we don't have a problem with that. But then, you know, we get cheated or something like that, and it sits in our consciousness in a way like, oh, I was stupid, or I did, yeah. But really, it's a waste of time. It doesn't bring anything. It doesn't prevent us from being naive or whatever you want to call it in the future. It just doesn't serve any real function. So if it can, just, it's past, it's gone.
Yeah.
It was, you know, like that. Whoever these scammers are, they know how the human psyche works, and they play on it, and you know, they're good at their side of things. And every once in a while, like they touch somebody who's just in that moment vulnerable, and their thing works. It's yeah, strange way to make a living, but some people make a living like that.
It's a big thing over here at the moment. People have lost millions, apparently.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh man. Yeah. Well, that's the whole thing, you know. It's just like, you know, it's happening all over the world. You know, you're looking at Ukraine, people losing their homes, and I mean everywhere. But it's, you know, it's just like, and I don't know if you've been. People in Europe are freaking out right now. They can't afford to heat their homes because of like, so it's a constantly moving dance, you know. And I mean, it's like we can compare our problems with everybody else's, but that's also useless in a certain way. It's just like you've got a dry place to sleep, you've got probably enough food in your fridge for a day or two. Yeah. So if it's possible to be gentle, so gentle with yourself, I mean, shit, that kind of stuff happens.
Yeah. And it was for love for my daughter. What
exactly.
I would like to just, what I did become aware of today is the habit that this nervous system has had to, there's still a touch of guilt there. The connection I have with the children, it's a lot better, but I felt like it still touches into, I can't do enough.
Yeah.
And not spending a minute going, oh, what about me? You know, they just went headlong into, I can't do enough for her.
Yeah.
And so my heart's just been, whoa. So anyway, I just wanted to speak that.
Yeah, so that's what I mean. It's like, you know, it's bringing its gifts in a sense of the deeper seeing of some of the stuff that's playing, and
Yeah.
just be gentle if it's possible. Be so gentle in that, you know. It's like whatever residue is left of that, you don't have to work on it. You don't have to do anything with it. Just seeing it. Okay. Yeah. It's not, you know, whatever's left of that. Yeah, I mean, it's history. You don't need it anymore. Wherever something was held around us, just like this, it's releasing now, and let it do its thing.
This feeling of having been so hard on myself.
Yeah.
Oh.
I'm sure if you ask the Sangha if anyone knows the story of being hard on themselves, I think everyone would know it. You know, that being hard on ourselves it wants to help, but it never does. It's just an old habit, you could say. Even that being hard on yourself, just you see it. And it's okay, it's in the past. Nothing you can do about it now, it's gone.
Yeah.
Just coming to this moment, Marina, just here. Just taking a moment to feel how our systems meet. Feel the couch supporting you underneath you. The air that you're breathing. Just coming. Just nothing to solve, nothing to fix. Just in whatever voice is in your head that wants to kind of be hard, just say, thank you, I see you. You know, it's not necessary. Done that enough thousands of times, it doesn't need to do it anymore. You know, it's like just the thoughts, basically. Don't have to go there. It's not necessary, not useful. And it's okay just to find comfort in this moment, just peace in this moment, you know.
Yeah. At the same time, it feels kind of good. I don't know, I can't think of the word. To feel that hardness on my, you know, be aware of how hard I've been on myself. Feels good to express it. You know,
Yeah, but
that-
express it and then leave it. You know,
and
if
let
you,
it go. Yeah,
because
Yeah.
otherwise it comes into another whole cycle of
yeah,
another looping around it. Yeah. Hardness on ourselves happens, you know.
yeah,
Okay, yeah.
yeah.
And you know, I would say it's always unconscious. Who would consciously be hard on themselves?
Mm.
You know, it's just an unconscious, you know, punishing ourselves somehow. Wrong, I'm guilty. I deserve it. I mean, you know, a whole bundle of old
Yeah.
stuff. Yeah, not
Yeah.
necessary.
Mm.
Okay, we stuff up and life goes on. That's it. Take the gifts.
Yeah, having this beautiful relationship with my son, and so it's felt like that was over, you know, that guilt was passing anyway.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah, yeah. Oh. Mm.
Coming back to what you love the most, you know. Being at peace. Don't give your peace away to scammers, and I mean, they got their destiny, they got their journey, their thing. Yeah.
Thank you, Isaac.
Oh, sweetheart. Yeah. Hello, Katharina.
Hello.
Katharina.
Isaac.
Hi.
Hi. Yeah, I'm sitting in cold Europe. Try not to put the heater on.
Yeah.
No, but I would love to. Yeah, my system got a little shock from nothing, and I wonder if we could sit together.
With pleasure.
Whew. It feels like I have such a longing for kindness and connection. And I'm
So
reaching.
so you notice the longing. Beautiful. Now, in the noticing of the longing, there's a way where you can focus on what your mind tells you will satisfy the longing, and try and focus on waiting until you get what you're longing for, or like that. Or you can just notice that there's a longing, yeah? In this moment, there's a longing. And then just not go to what the longing is for, but just the longing itself, the longing pure. Not to change it, not to fix it, just to really just be with that longing pure. Just feeling into it. So not you can make that distinction. The longing can project on something, or we can just the longing itself, just that pure longing.
Yeah, I was reaching out and received a reaction I didn't expect in the past. but if it's so tender. And so fast that the system changes, and goes into like wounded state, like shock. And it was just a remark. It's just my interpretation. I don't even know, the truth of this other person.
Exactly.
So I really wonder why am I creating this? Or not me? Why is it created or coming up?
Yeah. So is that a useful question?
No.
Okay.
I think it's leading more upstairs.
Okay.
In the head.
Yeah, beautiful. And I'm curious what you noticed when you just were exploring just the yearning pure. How's that?
It made me soft and soft and dropping and more relaxing.
Yeah, beautiful. Yeah. Then, like the yearning pure is not looking for anything to satisfy it. It's just, it's pure. It's just, yeah. One way we can look at it, the yearning is always, it actually is to stop yearning. It's to get whatever it takes for the yearning to stop. So the yearning is actually to stop yearning. But the yearning pure is actually, it's interesting to explore it. It's when it doesn't project onto anything, it's just pure yearning.
Well, there is also a yearning that this stress disappears.
Yeah. Okay, then you're in the trap again, yeah. Yeah. Then the mind is fooling. If there's stress, beautiful to notice it, yeah. Something is putting pressure on itself to be different or something like that, and it thinks it's somehow useful or helps in some ways.
Yeah, I think it's a bit similar to, I forgot the lady who was speaking before. It's like we do actions and then when shit happens, we regret. And then there's a whole bunch of thoughts around regretting and why did that? Now I feel worse than before. How can I next time prevent? Not to, should I now separate from this person because it's obviously doing me harm, but it happened in me.
Mm.
It only happened in me, and that makes me wonder,
Yeah, it's old thoughts. That's all. Don't need to be so gentle. Just see them as thoughts and leave them. Don't have to be loyal to them.
Yeah.
Be loyal to that which you are already.
Thank you for the reminder.
Yeah, beauty. Thanks. Judith.
Hey,
Hey.
it's nice, the exploration of yearning, pure.
Yeah.
Here it brings me to fullness and aliveness. Beautiful.
Yeah. Yeah, that yearning for our very own self, for that which we are. It's like, it's, yeah.
And also for the gentleness. How gentle can we be? Wow.
Thank you, Judith.
Thank you, Lisa.
Angelia. Hi.
Hello, Isaac. I prefer just to use this time to anchor me more. But I'm challenged and challenges, and and either my feelings or my thoughts, and I don't lose it, which is great. But I want to anchor myself more. The I that doesn't exist, but it feels.
This bringing attention to awareness. Just that gentle bringing attention to its source, to awareness itself. How valuable is that? Yeah. Can't put a price on that, yeah? If our attention is running here, there, and everywhere and running after things, for sure we're going to be miserable. No doubt.
There's this missing link for me. Like when I sit with you, very, very quickly I get this unfocused state. It's like I look at you, sometimes I look you in the eye, and then slowly the camera sort of unfocuses, and then here I am. Yeah. And then while I was looking at you, this was going backwards and forwards, but in a very beautiful rhythm.
Yeah, I get it.
I noticed this mechanism of focusing and focusing. But when I'm by myself, it's much, much harder.
Yeah, but it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. The interest is there. the fact that you say it's hard, it just means that the interest is there. And so you're learning. You kind of know what the interest is. If you find anything that brings more satisfaction than resting your attention with awareness, let me know. But you never will, because there is nothing more valuable than that.
So
Once you've tasted it, even for a moment, it's like, that's it. And you can spend the rest of your days just keeping and exploring that, just bringing attention back, bringing it back. Doesn't matter how many times, doesn't matter how hard.
But when you are there, this is what, this happens, this just happens.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm trying to, the ego is trying to find a sort of, say, trick when I'm by myself, instead of saying, oh, Tuesday's coming soon, Tuesday's coming soon, then no.
Yeah, there is no ego. It's a fabrication.
Yeah.
There's only thoughts. That which is aware is ever, always here. What you call ego, it just makes it complicated. Sounds like there's an entity or something.
I just try to make a certain point.
Yeah.
So
here now, the attention kind of started to go onto all these thoughts and stuff again. No problem, just to notice. You bring it back. The moment it's noticed, that's all. Again and again and again. Fresh, now.
Yes.
Yeah, that's all. That's all. Just that, yes.
Thank you.
Thank you, Anjali. Yeah. Maria. Hi, Maria.
Hello, Isaac. I would like to sit with you a little bit to calm more down. it's it's like there are two in the system. The one who is saying you have to make decisions, and the other one is the connection to you with the heart. And this is very quiet. And then this thinking.
The other is just thoughts. It's not a person. It's just thoughts. Not two. It's just thoughts coming in the silence. That's all.
This is so strong.
Just look. It's just thoughts. Appearing and disappearing.
Yeah, no, it's when you say this, it's going backwards a little bit. Yeah.
Don't have to fight with it. You just see you're not interested anymore. Let them go their way. If you don't feed them, they come in your house. If someone comes in your house and you don't feed them, you don't talk to them, you don't give them some place to sit, how long will they stay? But if you give them tea and cookies and a nice comfortable chair, and you give them attention and you're interested in them, they'll never leave.
What I recognize now is when I go into my heart, or especially this region here, to connect with you, then there there is a different kind of energy or focus. This is also very helpful.
And you talk about going somewhere, it's just your attention going there. It's not anything else. Just to be clear, just to make it simple, just attention goes there. You don't go anywhere. You are that which is aware of that movement of attention. You are that which is aware of everything. And so attention rests in some place where it's at ease, beauty.
Oh.
Yeah. And you enjoy.
Yeah, when you say this in the bigger room, or how to say, then it opens again.
Yeah, yeah, beautiful.
Oh. Coming more and more.
So simple, huh? Doesn't take effort, just Thanks, Maria.
Yeah, thank you, Isaac.
Ah. Hi.
Hi. Hi. I feel so tantric today with this yearning thing. It makes such a oof. So but as a whole group, I feel like the whole group is kind of oh. And that yearning, I don't know if it's a feeling but it's kind of pulling and it's so delicious, I have to say.
Lovely, yeah.
And then it's kind of this picture of this Buddha with the Dakini together, and he's kind of ringing the bell, and here now, blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, whoa, oof, this is so delicious feeling. Or it's not, don't even know if it's a feeling. Or I don't know. Also, I become kind of very quiet because I hardly could move my body because of that back thing, you know. It's like the last days I need to totally be very alert and restful, and it's kind of it's painful, but it brings also something really beautiful of not, you know, I cannot do and do and do and or if then I have to do it totally aware. Interesting enough, now when I have been speaking it out, something goes up in the spine and feels like relaxing on that area where it's contraction. I wish somehow everybody could feel that in the whole world, you know. I feel like, whoa, it would be so great. Just resting and coming to love.
Sure.
Thank you so much, Isaac. Or whatever that is. Thank you.
Thank you. Ah, Klaus.
Hi,
Klaus. Hi.
For me today, the field seems to burn. I feel like I'm burning. It's quite nice, but there's always wanting to run away. I have to go. It burns.
Yeah.
It's so strange today.
Yeah.
It's hurting a little bit, I think.
Yeah. Yeah, you know, that yearning is kind of a fire because it so much wants to attach to a thought and to not go with the thought, to just stay here is a fire. Yeah.
When I'm with you like this, there's so in this moment it started to a love started to flow. It feels like that,
Yeah.
and then it seems to get so strong and so big that someone says, "No, stop, stop! It's impossible."
Yeah.
I'm dying. I'm dying.
It's a good way to die, Klaus.
Okay.
Yeah.
So amazing.
Yeah.
No, I was for a year. I was not in meetings, and now I feel it's so feel so different, so intense, and so it's beautiful. Thank you.
Oh,
Thank you for that, for your love.
thank you, Klaus. Yeah. Yeah. Beauty. Ah, Esther. Sana.
Hi, Isaac.
Hi, Sana.
One time we explored the chakras,
Hmm.
and I'm noticing my throat. It's very tight here, often.
So without an agenda to change anything or fix anything, but just gently exploring that, if there's a tightness in that area, just looking at, because that's the area of communication. So either hearing something or speaking something. And just see if anything comes up on your screen in terms of not wanting to say something or not wanting to hear something. And if nothing comes up, just leave it. Yeah. And if something comes up that you feel comfortable speaking, you're welcome to, and no need. It's just a play. Yeah, we just play.
Actually, I didn't know what to say when I came on screen, so and it's both not speaking up and not wanting to hear. Both are familiar.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like, like I could just say my impression in resting with you is watching your system kind of grow up in a certain sense. Before it was like a really young organization, and now it's much more here. And then part of being here is also claiming your voice and your, you could say you can speak and you do speak, so yeah. And you can, and part of that claiming a voice is being able to say yes and no without having a reason for it, just yes or no. Yeah. So it's something is moving and shifting and coming into embodiment, you could say. And in one sense, none of that is truly important. It just is what reveals when you quiet. It'll show you every little nuance. Oh, there's some tightness there. Great. Okay. Yeah.
Isn't it important to feel all the old pain and for it to flow through?
It's a good question. It's like I would speak it a little differently than that. It's like, you know, whatever old information there is in the system where it's organized itself to try and avoid feeling it. That takes energy, you could say. It's like that's the residue, you could say, from generations back and from what's happened in this lifetime, our inheritance from our ancestors, and just what, you know, the different traumas and different things that our system has been through. And I don't think it's so important to try and experience pain. It's just more noticing where there's subtle resistances, because what happens when there's a resistance to a sensation is it always makes it more intense. And very often there'll be like an automatic interpretation of what it all means. And so the resistance gets tied up into the interpretation and all of that stuff. But just if you, as we're resting here, you know, there's sensations, there's all kinds of sensations here, you know, the weight of your body on the chair you're sitting there, your feet on the floor, the temperature, the colors, you know, it's information. And so also in, you know, like you say, engaging in meeting the moment, you know, it's like, then there's a noticing of where something is either meeting the moment as the beloved, like, yes, welcome, everything. Or it's somewhere it's automatically and unconsciously holding back or trying to defend itself or whatever it is. And it's okay, those movements, that's just old information, basically, yeah? It's not a question of that you have to try and find what's painful and then get into it and feel it and all that stuff. But, yeah. I don't know if I was clear enough in that, but maybe pointed in the direction.
Yeah. It does feel like it just comes up again
It
and
comes
again.
up. Yeah. And the thing is, you know, it will come up. And it's just in the noticing where there's an automatic resistance to it. I think it's useful to notice the resistance, not so much on trying to be present to it. If you notice the resistance and you just check into that resistance and see, okay, something is just trying to resist that sensation. And it's usually automatic and unconscious. Nobody's doing it, but it always makes it more intense. And when the resistance and the sensation get mixed together, then it looks like this, you know, like, yeah, like, oh, I have to do something with that. But in my view, it's just a question of recognizing the resistance and inquiring, is that resistance useful? Is it still necessary? At some point, it was probably how you survived. But then looking in present time, is that still necessary? And then there's usually no problem with the sensation once the resistance is kind of met, in a way you could say.
For me, maybe it's a bit like the opposite, that when the old pain comes, there's also love connected to it somehow. So there's a little attachment to feel that sweet release and that love, and also a bit of a story about this is good that this is coming up. Yeah. Something like that. I don't know what laughter came now. Maybe it didn't really feel important anymore.
You know, what's so interesting is that what we call someone else, what we call anything, is actually all sensations appearing in us already. You know, there is, this moment is only sensations that usually gets interpreted and projected on and all that stuff. But ultimately, it's just here, there's awareness and there's the sensations of this moment. And I can say, oh, that's Sana or that's Isaac or something, but really, it's all sensations and something either is just or wants to. Yes. Yeah.
Oh.
And when there's sweet sensations, we call it love, you know, and say, oh. But then often the love wants to project itself out onto something or someone or an idea. How's it feel now?
Sweet.
Yeah.
Like this, like you said. And
Yeah.
yeah, coming and going.
Yeah, beautiful.
Thank you.
Thank you. Samuel.
Hey.
Hi. Thanks, Samuel.
Thank you.
Thank you, boss, for hosting. Thank you all for showing up. Love, peace, beauty.